What's up, daddies? Tired of the same old drinking games? Step up your beer game with Shotgun Roulette, the ultimate party device where every click could be your moment to chug. Load a can, take turns clicking, and let fate decide who drinks. It's part strategy, part suspense, and all fun. Whether you're at a tailgate, barbecue, or just hiding in the garage from your family, Shotgun Roulette brings the danger, the honor, and the beer. Grab yours now at shotgunroulette.com and use promo code DADVICE for 10% off. Shotgun Roulette. One click, one chug, one champion.
What's up, daddies? Welcome back to another episode of the Bad Daddies podcast, where the advice is made up and the points don't matter.
Today, make sure that line's not trademarked.
I don't know. I just made it up right on the spot.
Yeah, okay.
Today's episode brought to you by our friends over at Bierstick. 2 beers in 2 seconds?
Something like that.
Question mark?
2 beers, 2 seconds. No regrets.
If you want to check out the Bierstick and what it is in all its glory, you can check us out on the YouTubes. Our friend over here, Karl, is going to demonstrate what a beer stick looks like. This is what we do every episode. For those that are returning, you know this. Oh. For those that are new, buckle up, because this is not a normal podcast.
And I know that our friend Abs always dedicates these now. So I will dedicate this to Abs, who is not here today. And I will dedicate it to him because since he is not here, we know that our cameras will work. Because anybody that watched our YouTube realized there was a lot of black screen on the last episode because his phone has about 2 gigs of data.
Yeah. This podcast is like notorious for technical difficulties. For about 20 episodes right there in the beginning, we used batteries. We used batteries and ran out of batteries often.
All the time.
And didn't know how to plug in electronic devices, apparently. Oh. So that was a thing. But now we know what we're doing. Sometimes we just run out of storage. We use... the goal of this podcast is to produce a weekly episode as efficiently as humanly possible. So we use our cell phones. We don't do any editing. This is a raw, uncut version of us hanging out, 4 dads with young kids, young toddlers.
And this is not our day job.
Unedited. Raw. That's what we do. And we have sponsors, surprisingly. Doing it live. Still have sponsors. So one of our friends over at Bierstick, we want to thank you guys. And if you want to get your own beer stick, you can use promo code DADVICE, DADVICE at checkout for 20% off your order.
Who else have we got?
Our second sponsor, our friends over at the Bro Coaster Company. Ready, set, drink. The coaster for bros.
Have they put that in their tagline yet?
No, but it's there. It's like really, really small print, but it's there. The Bro Coaster Company is a great company, and they make a great product. It is a very sturdy, very well-designed, very well-engineered pressure plate timing sensor so that you can not argue ever again over how fast you chug that beer. We have a show PR. That show PR is 2.1 seconds. We do not have a leaderboard. If there was a leaderboard above my head, it would read fastest beer chug on the show, 2.1 seconds. Most beers consumed during a show, 6. That's what it would read.
That is true.
We will attempt to break one of those 2 records right now. Ryan Robertson is going to chug a beer off of this pressure plate. It is a red Solo cup full of 12 ounces of his favorite liquid gold, and we'll see what he gets. And we have a challenge out to all of our listeners. Still, it has not been fulfilled. Let's see here. He goes up. It felt a little slow. 2.6. That was a soft one. We have a challenge out to all of our listeners that if you can buy a Bro Coaster, chug a 12-ounce beverage of your choosing out of a red Solo cup, film it, send it to us at our email,
baddadvicepod@gmail.com.
We will send you money That's like a great deal. You buy a thing, you do a thing, you get money. And this is really it was like a contest for like the first 5, and then it became the first one. If you're the first person to do it, you're getting money. It's not even like not even like a time trial anymore. It's just do it and get some money.
I feel like this has turned into like, you remember that show Win Ben Stein's Money? Do you remember that back in the day?
No, I do.
I don't.
Yeah, I feel like that's what this has turned into. Just like, take my money.
Take my money.
Take my money. Somebody do it and take my money.
And you might be thinking, nobody listens to this. Nobody takes these challenges. Well, we actually posed another challenge a while back, and it was a question challenge. You can also email us your questions. You can email us questions. And we had a viewer email us a question. We will play that today.
Let's go.
We will do a new segment. The first new segment in quite a long time. That new segment will come up later. But the first segment that we're going to do, our favorite segment.
Wait. Who do we drink?
Oh, I forgot our fourth sponsor.
That's right.
We have a fourth sponsor. I can't believe I forgot. It's VooDoo Brew Pub. It is the best beers in all of. In the heart of San Marco. Check out VooDoo Brew Pub. VooDoo Mama Brew. Today we are drinking.
Well, funny you should say that.
Oh, funny I should say.
Because today we are slumming it up with some Bud Lattes. Because they had some sort. We're recording on a Sunday right now. They had some kind of specialty event inside of their development.
Got it.
Their workers and stuff. So they closed at 4. I did not know this. I went over there. Door was locked. So I guess we're gonna have to deal with this slop today.
Okay, today's episode.
I can do a.
Today's episode brought to you by Anheuser-Busch, apparently. So you just made me call out a sponsor.
That's why
that
my chug was slow.
That failed to fulfill their responsibility of feeding us beer.
You know, I don't tell them when I'm coming in, so I'm going to say it's my fault.
All right,
I'm going to say it's my fault, but I will tell you this: it really is slumming it today because this just cannot compete with empty calories. The taste so much better. It'll knock a half a second off your chugs.
I mean, clearly.
What is it? The Ecto Cooler? Isn't that another one they got?
The Lacto Cooler.
Lacto Cooler.
If you like sours, ho baby.
Yeah,
it's good.
So I forgot. Anybody out there that is the proud purveyor or owner of a beer or beer drinking apparatus or food of some kind?
Not just a beer drinking apparatus. It's got to be something that forces you to consume the beer as quickly as humanly possible.
There we go.
We're the podcast for you. All the promo codes, check the descriptions. But thank you, all of our sponsors. And now, without further ado, the predominant segment of the show, updates.
So, anybody got any updates?
Yeah, I've got an update.
Oh boy, do I have an update for you. Somebody give me a mother flippin' update.
We're freeballing it.
That's right.
I thought you were saying you were freeballing.
I might be, but you'll never know because I'm wearing a blankie because I am a blankie boy. If you want some merch, check out our merch store.
There you go. Just shout everything out.
Get our merch, blankie boys. Ivy didn't put on underwear and was like freeballing it, and he learned the phrase freeballing it over the past week.
Nice.
So he's been using freeballing it pretty often. He's doing great. He's having a little bit of a regression with potty training. He's not just like a complete savant. He still pees his pants like a normal 2.5-year-old would. But he's doing pretty good still. No crazy anything. Kennedy was here, Abs' daughter. They were here today for a little bit, and Ivy was pooping, and they were trying to get Kennedy to poop on the potty like same time. Like, look, Ivy can do it. Can you do it? And she was like, not having it. She just like started running around naked. Like,
nice.
Nah! Yeah, Ivy's a crazy kid. So is Kennedy.
Both kind of crazy, yeah.
That tracks.
Yeah. So there you go, freeballing it.
Nice.
That's my update. I'll give another one, but I'll figure you guys got something better than that.
You got some?
Yeah. So we are kind of right in the middle of the toddler fussiness phase with Blake, where she kind of gets into a mood where if she doesn't want to do something, she's going to let you know. And, like, she'll just sit down and start screaming, crying, like, no, I want to do this. Because, like, now they can actually, like, communicate what they're wanting and things like that to us. So it's like, I want to do whatever it is. Like, she wanted to go outside today. It was freaking raining. I'm like, dude, it's raining. There's lightning. We're not going outside. Outside. I want to go outside. And, like, sat down and just, like, cried for 45 minutes.
The tantrums are so bad.
Yeah, it was. It's been gnarly for the last probably week or so. That's when we first kind of started noticing it. Also, other update. So today is actually me and Emily's anniversary. It's our
Congrats,
yeah,
dude.
it's our 6-year anniversary. So yesterday we were going to go out to dinner and whatever, go have a couple of drinks. We had a babysitter lined up to come from like 2 to 7 o'clock. Ended up canceling the babysitter because on Friday when she was there, they went to go put the girls down for a nap. Noticed that Blake had like a little bit of a rash. And it was like, oh, what the heck? It was like little spots all over her chest. So we're like, oh, that might not be good. Wakes up, doesn't seem to get any worse. Babysitter leaves. I come home. I'm looking. I'm like, okay, well, I didn't see it earlier in the day, so I have no idea. So Emily was out getting like her nails done or something. When she got back, I was like, hey, does this look any worse? She's like, oh, yeah, that looks way worse than it was earlier. And now it is like, it's gone from like her chest to her stomach, and then down, it's like started going down into her legs and stuff like that. I'm like, well, okay, like try and call the pediatrician, see if we can get in there. Well, they close at 5 o'clock. They don't take appointments after 4. So like you can't just like show up. The appointments are already made kind of thing. So they were like, hey, but our other office is open tomorrow morning at 8:30. If you want to call right at 8:30, call them. We'll have the on-call nurse call you here in about 45 minutes. So the on-call nurse calls. We start walking her through like, hey, this is what it looks like. Has she eaten any new food? No. She gotten into anything that you're aware of? No. Whatever. She had us do like a test where like you like pull the skin apart. Like, oh, does it turn white? I guess is like a thing. We were like, yeah, it does. She goes, okay, that's a really good sign. So anyways, she was like, hey, give her a bath.
I've never heard that. That's actually interesting.
That's what she told us to do. So we were like, okay, yeah, like kind of like took the skin and like pull it apart and it turned white, which I guess is a good sign. She was like, give her a bath with baking soda and, just kind of let them sit. Well, at this time when we went to go put them in the bath, we noticed that Riley started getting it. And I'm like, oh, shit, man.
You changed
like,
detergent or something?
No. So we're kind of like going through our heads of like, what happened? Like, what's going on? So Emily starts like going back, like texting her parents, like, hey, what did they eat this week? Blah, blah, blah.
Can I guess?
Go ahead.
Can I guess what it is?
Sure.
Can we do like a game where we get? Do you know what it is?
Okay.
Do you know what it is now?
Yeah.
Can we
yeah.
play a little guess game?
Sure.
I think it's vapor smoke. The babysitter's vapor smoke.
No, she doesn't vape.
Ooh, that's a pretty solid guess though. I will.
That
guess.
was like one of the things. Like, no, you ain't vaping around my kids.
I'm gonna just guess, like some kind of just skin reaction from her perfume or something like that.
So, no,
I'm gonna guess
short
not chickenpox. Or else,
it's
why the fuck are
not
you here?
chickenpox, not hand, like because that's immediately
Yeah,
what my
hand, foot,
mind-
mouth. Yeah, don't.
Yeah,
don't.
I immediately went to like, oh my god, is this like hand, foot, mouth? Is
Yeah.
this chickenpox? Crap. Like the babysitter was here. Like she's got a young nephew. We're thinking it might have come from that, but we're not 100% sure where. Like we're not 100% sure what exactly caused it.
Yeah.
But they did tell us that they're pretty sure that it's basically just like a reaction from like a virus.
Wow.
They were sick, and then a couple of days after the virus, so like by the time the spots show up, they are no longer contagious, nothing. So they, what were you saying?
COVID,
Yeah, I don't know.
That's
But,
long COVID.
long COVID.
yeah. So we went to the pediatrician on Saturday, and that's what they ended up telling us is like, hey, yeah, all the signs point to like just some kind of viral thing. Their ears look good, their throat looks good, like everything looks okay. So Emily started texting her parents like, hey, what did they eat this week? Thinking it might have been like a food allergy. The only thing different food-wise that they had tried, that they had never had that specific food, was like a Perfect Bar, like little protein bars. It's just like peanut butter and whatever. And Ray gave him like a little piece of it. So we were like, well, holy crap, like did like some kind of peanut allergy or something like pop up that we were unaware of or whatever. Which again, they said they don't think that's what it is. But yeah, we started like Emily just got some like hand-me-down clothes. Well, we put the clothes on the girls on Friday morning because Blake really wanted to wear this it was like a bathing suit. She really wanted to wear the bathing suit because she liked the colors and it had flamingos on it, whatever. So we're thinking that maybe the detergent that the girl used could have been something different, but that doesn't explain why the rash went all the way down their feet.
I'm going to take a dub on that because I did bring up detergent before.
You did, yeah.
But we don't know.
That's
though.
why. That's what kind of made me think. But the doctor said it's highly unlikely that it was some kind of like contact dermatitis kind of thing, just because she only put on the top of the bathing suit, right? So it literally
that's weird.
Stopped right here.
Well, it looks like we got a mystery on our hands here, Scooby-Doo.
The rash went all the way down to the bottom of her feet. Like there was like dots on the bottom of her feet and everything too.
Wow.
Yeah. So exactly, that's what made me kind of like, okay, we need to figure out what this is. So
were they on her hands, her feet, and her mouth?
Nothing on her mouth.
Oh.
It literally goes from neck down.
So weird.
Yeah.
Is it like bothering them? Like
no,
itching?
not itchy, no fever,
See,
nothing.
this?
If there's any pediatricians listening, stop, because this is a useless podcast. Like, you should not be listening to this. No, if anybody wants to guess what it is, throw it in the comments. I have no idea.
Do you have anything else besides that?
No.
So, I had to.
Oh, the rashes as of this morning, it was like gone,
Nice.
Virtually gone. Like when they overheat, like if their body got really hot this morning, we went outside to play, and it kind of like flared up a little bit, but for the most part, it's like gone.
Yeah, I was gonna say I had to skip because we're filming this way later in the week than we usually would, but I realized that this past week was when all the stuff went down. We got our ear tubes done.
Oh.
Yeah. So that was interesting. But my parents were in town last weekend to see him, and the Wednesday before that, he got his pneumonia and his DTaP for his 15 months, or TDAP. It's so weird.
TDAP.
No, it's TDAP for adults. It's DTaP for kids. I didn't know that, but Tiff said that's what it was. I don't know. Yeah, apparently. So that weekend when my parents were there, Friday everything was good, but he was super fussy, and he was just being an asshole. So I was just like feeding him Harvest Snaps and stuff, and just like feeding him all this crap. Saturday he wakes up and he just has this rash all over his face on one side. Nothing on his hands, nothing on his feet. He's just got, and then he was also just diarrhea all day, like nastiness. I was like, that's probably on me, whatever. But the rash, I was like, what the hell is this? And then Sunday it got worse, and it started going to the other side of his face. And anytime like you see the rash and it's getting worse and it's on the face, it's like a little bit different because. Especially, being in the healthcare field, if it's viral or something like that, it can get, into their eyes and all that stuff. And it just, there's a lot of other stuff that can progress from it. So Tiff is starting to freak out. She's like, we've got to go and get this surgery on Tuesday. And we're like, are they going to say you can't do it? Is he going to get worse? Is he going to get sick? Freaking out. She was like, should we take him to the doctor? I was like, first of all, from working in the ER for a year, I know that like unless you're a dermatologist, all medical people know like 5 rashes, and it's all the stuff that's gonna kill you. Like otherwise, it's like, hey, is it dry? Then wet it. If it is it wet, then dry it. Like that's basically what they tell you. So I was like, we're not taking him anywhere. I will call the pediatrician and just talk to him about it. Same thing. Never cared about it, was not extra fussy about it, was not itching. Mm-hmm. It was just super weird. And we were like, did he like react? Because obviously my mom was like all over him, like rubbing him all up against her and stuff. Like, did he react to like her detergent or her perfume or whatever? I don't know. It's better now, but he looked awful. It was huge. It looked like like teenager acne without the heads on the pimples. Like it was bad, really bad. And they said the same thing. It was probably some kind of viral thing, and it just.
So I had told Emily that because we, like I said, we were like kind of like racking our brain, like trying to figure stuff out. Well, on Tuesday night, Blake like flat out refused dinner, like wanted nothing to do with food. Like we would set some food in front of her and she'd throw it, like had to pick up her bowl and her spoon 800 freaking times. And she was like, I don't want it. Like just kept throwing it. And I'm like, maybe she was sick and like that's why she didn't want to eat. But she like showed no other symptoms of being sick. She just like, that's all she knew is like, I don't want to eat because I don't feel good. But she couldn't verbalize that.
The crazy thing was that rash, like over the Saturday to Sunday, he got 3 dots like around his belly button. That was the only other place that it went. And then he got something on his wrist. Like the wrist was the only reason we were like, oh, hand, foot, and mouth. Like I need to call stuff.
Yeah.
But they were like, no, it's like, don't worry about it. Like he never broke a fever once all weekend. He was totally fine. But other than that, the crazy thing about the ear tubes, it was a pretty weird, like it's real tough because Landon, it's like as soon as he wakes up, Cheerios. Like that's it. Like as soon as he wakes up, he's hungry as shit. And he's like, I got to eat now. I need my juice with all my like vitamin supplement bullshit that Tiff gives him. So it was really hard to like, and they do it by age. So he was second. So his surgery was at 7:15. So we had to be there at 5:30. So we're like waking him up at 5 a.m. He always
to the choir, brother.
Yeah. He already wakes up early as shit as it is. And now we're waking him up. But like we basically just woke up at like 4:30 and got all the stuff ready and basically just like woke him up to throw him in the car seat and then got him over there. He wasn't having a good time, but he actually did really well, like considering. The crazy thing was like he got the anesthesia, he went home, passed out for like 2 hours, woke up, still had like an hour of getting his bearings back. He was kind of like off. But that day, it was like he started to like we would talk and he would like match. He didn't know the words or anything or how to form the sounds, but he was matching like the ticks like of the syllables, like you know, like ta 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 ta. So like when you would say something like let's say you were like you want to take a bath, he would be like da da da. Like I was like, was it like because he always had fluid on his ears. He never was symptomatic, but he had fluid. I was like, were you not able to hear us this entire time? Like, did it really sound like you were underwater? And it's like now you can actually hear us. And now because
Maybe.
he never could, he never,
Could be, yeah.
He knows like he always said mama and daddy. And over the last like 3 or 4 days, now he says banana and he says duck because he's got this little duck toy. So it's like he got the surgery and then within a week he knows 2 more words. It's like, damn, like since he's not symptomatic, like if we weren't proactive, we would have not gotten this done. It's like, would that have like really affected his ability to learn language?
What was the main reason you got the tubes?
Because we were just taking him in and they referred us because we got multiple doses of antibiotics. Because every time we took him into the pediatrician, they'd be like, yeah, he's still got fluid on his ears.
Yeah.
We should probably do this. And then they referred us. And then they were like, yeah, you know, he's not symptomatic, but what happens is you get the fluid on your ears and over a long period of time, it can cause scarring on the eardrum. And that can lead down the road to hearing loss, like when you're older.
Yeah.
So back in the day, they didn't do the ear tubes as much and stuff. So a lot of the older generations would lose their hearing faster because they had eardrum scarring and all that stuff.
Yeah. He's also, you'll never actually know the answer to that, obviously.
But it's super interesting.
Yeah.
It's like,
he's also at that age where like, that's just kind of what happens.
Yeah.
Like things just like start to click. Like Blake has never, I mean, she's heard me say it, but like today, Emily muttered like under her breath, like, ah, shit, because she forgot something. And Blake looked at her and goes, ah, shit. And it's like, okay. So
Little
like,
potty mouth there, huh?
they're just
potty
kind
mouth.
of, well, like, yeah. Okay, not me, bud. But he's also just kind of at that age where like everything just starts to like everything he hears in general is
It's
like,
just
he's
such a
gonna pick it up
coincidence
very
with
quick.
timing. It's like
for sure, 100%.
there definitely has to be some sort of underwater because they do say that. They said it when they have water in their ears. It's kind of like listening to something underwater. You can hear it, but it's like so.
Yeah, makes sense.
I don't know. Only other thing I got is we went to our first jumbo shrimp game yesterday.
Hey, a little baseball
go?
action.
We
You know
are
who the pitching coach is for Jumbo Shrimp?
no.
It's Chris
Rob
Youngberg.
Marcello.
Oh, Robbie.
Yeah.
Hey.
Shout out. But it was a big like milestone for us because you know that we are very regimented and stuff. We turn down a lot of stuff at night because we do bedtime. We didn't get home until 9:00, and we usually do bath time and stuff at like 7. And we were like, you know what? We're just gonna. It was a work thing for me. It was like a
Just gonna
team
live
building.
on the edge a little bit. Gotta
Yeah.
push him to the edge.
Yeah, but he did fun. Like we sat on the lawn. We didn't try to sit him in a chair. We like went to the lawn area and let him just run around and stuff. And he had a great time. Like he was totally fine. He ate a whole cheeseburger, like no bun,
Nice.
just like the burger and stuff. And if it wasn't so fucking hot,
Yeah.
we were like, like we got home at 9, and I heard the fireworks going off at like 9:25. So like we could have stayed like an extra like 30, 40 minutes and gone to the whole game.
It's pretty good.
But it was like he didn't crash out. He didn't do
Nice.
anything. So it was a big thing for us because we are those parents that, try to really set a schedule to keep him because he's already such a shit sleeper. I will say though that he went to bed late. He slept like shit. He woke up at started screaming at like 4:30 and he would like go to sleep for 30 minutes, wake up, start screaming again, like go back to bed. And he napped for like 30 minutes today. Like
Nice.
he's been all fucked up all day. But that night he was great.
That one night.
That night he stayed up. He was a champ. But it definitely fucked him up a lot.
I'll give another update. We went to Adventure Landing.
Ugh.
For those that are locals, you might know Adventure Landing. We didn't go to the good one.
Oh, jeez, dude.
We went to the St. Augustine Adventure Landing.
I didn't even know that there were multiple.
Yeah.
Okay,
There used to be one in, I want to say there used to be one like in the Regency Mall too.
Yeah. For
And-
those that aren't from here and like our Aussies and stuff out there, imagine just like a arcade, batting cage, mini golf water park.
Yeah,
But disgusting.
But
imagine
the grossest place ever.
imagine Chuck E. Cheese, but worse.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay,
With
okay,
alligators out front.
This place, they did. The best part was the go karts. That's why we went. We did go karts. So Ivy and Megan did the go karts. He had a blast. We went with our buddy Nikki Miller. He's been on the pod once, and Bo, and they all did the go karts. It was awesome. Then we go inside. We're like, well, we're here. We might as well do batting cages. Those weren't working. So we go, all right. Well, we might as well play arcade games. So we go to play arcade games, and I'm not kidding when I say over 50% of the arcades were not operational. And of the ones that were operational, it was 50-50 whether it worked or not when you put a coin in. It was just eating coins. Megan was playing a game, and it was like she put in a coin, like played it, and then it said like call attendant, like massive like call attendant on the screen. Call attendant. It's like there wasn't a person that worked there that was over the age of 23. Everyone was a child working there. Like there was no manager. It was just like a bunch of kids. So they grabbed some kid that's in high school, go fix the machine. Fixes the machine. She gets her playback. She plays it again. She puts in a quarter because everyone wants to play it again. Call attendant. Did it like 3 times in a row. Like 3 times in a row. Like the one machine that worked that like actually was like a machine that people wanted to play. The other machine that worked was a merry-go-round. It was like 3 little merry-go-round seats like you would see outside of like a little convenience store that like kind of like just like rock back
It's like
and forth.
the thing in front of the convenience store that just
Yeah, but it was a merry-go-round. It goes around a circle. And what it said it had like a paper that was like written in like crayon, and it was like if it doesn't move, just push it. And so like
you know one of those 23-year-olds.
so basically like in order to get it to actually start moving, you had to push it, and then it would start going. So it was like, just push it if it's not moving. Like literally, like nothing worked in this whole place. But yeah, we sat there, we played. It was extremely sketchy. But yeah, we did our. Also the air conditioning did not work. So it was Florida, feels like 106 in an arcade. The lighting was a joke. I mean, like I think there was 7 lights in the whole place. Like there just wasn't light. Like you look up and it wasn't that the lights were out.
Some people would call that mood.
Like it wasn't like, oh well, like they just haven't changed the light
not
bulbs.
there.
There just weren't lights. And you're like, was this place ever well lit? Like when it was brand new, were you like, what are you going for here? Like I can't see anything. Like what is this? It was so weird. And so yeah, no lights, no AC. Half the games don't work. The other half, it's 50-50 whether you're getting your money out or not. No batting cage. We could have played putt-putt. We didn't play putt-putt. You know, but the you know, go around the go-karts. That was the one. That was the fun one.
Yeah.
And there's another one that's like the nicer one. And the nicer one is like, it also has its own problems. It's also not great. But yeah, so we did a little adventure landing trip this weekend. It was great. Every kid needs to go to an arcade.
Back to my previous statement. Oh, God.
Yeah. Just go to Dave & Buster's. That place is way better.
Go literally anywhere else.
Yeah,
you
that's
guys
true.
are South Florida guys. How great was Boomers?
Boomers pretty cool.
Boomers was it.
So Boomers done a great job. So I've not as much recently, but like a few years ago when Emily's parents still lived down south, you have to drive right past Boomers to get down to their house. They did a great job of like updating outside of the building.
It makes you want to go.
It makes you like want to go.
You're
in
like, damn, that
even
looks
if you have
fun,
no
dude.
idea what that
Oh,
place
that's cool.
is. You're like, yo, we should.
It's
let's
just like
stop in there.
It's just like when you drive past Riviera Beach and you see rapids.
Yeah.
You're
My fa-
like, oh,
A lot of my mom's family's from Columbus, and there was a place called the Buckeye Cafe, like the Buckeyes, like Ohio State Buckeyes, and that was like my first arcade experience. So every time I go to Ohio, I'd be like, "Let's go to the Buckeye Cafe. Let's go to Buckeye Cafe."
it's so
It was
skibbity.
sketchy arcade, in the middle of nowhere. Okay, so we actually gave some pretty good advice. I mean, we had a little lively medical discussion between the two of you, right?
Yeah, that was probably the most informative segment we've had
typically
in months.
Typically we're non-informative, but we did.
Well, that's because typically Abs is here.
Typically, Abs is here. So once he
Fuck that guy, dude.
the average IQ went up when Abs is not here. Is that a factual statement? He's bringing our average IQ down. Is that what we're saying? That we as a show are higher in IQ?
Maybe.
He won't even know. He won't even listen to this. He
No
doesn't even
shot.
know we're talking shit about
No
him.
chance.
if Abs does listen to this, I got one thing to say to him.
Why are you gay?
Were you just trying to find a place to play that?
Yes.
Also,
So you created your own space?
I mean, also,
You're just
I mean,
like you're like Russell Westbrook. You like just create your own space, get your own shot off.
yeah. That's what happens when
Okay.
you. That's what happens when you wield the iPad.
Got it. Producer and commentator. Dangerous combo. So we gave a little bit of advice. Typically, we don't give a lot of advice, but we did pose the challenge to our viewers. We said, hey, if you need advice, if you want advice, like we'll give it to you. So we're going to roll out a new segment here called Questions?
Would you like to answer a question right at this particular time? Would you like to do that?
What a stupid question that is. What a stupid question.
And I think this is a pretty simple premise. We're just going to play an audio clip from a viewer, and we're going to see if we can help them out.
Did anybody vet it?
Megan, my wife, vetted it.
Okay.
She
It's
vetted
been
it.
vetted.
She said you should be fine to play it on the pod. She didn't know who it was. She didn't know the person, and she tried to Google him, couldn't find anything on the internet about him. So we'll see.
Hey guys, Karl Boom here, longtime listener, first-time caller. Had a bit of a situation this morning where my daughter, who I'm convinced is part wild thornberry, part Navy SEAL, dragged the stool from the bathroom to the kitchen, climbed into the kitchen sink, and took a shit. Now, on one hand, I know that I have to teach her that pooping anywhere other than the toilet is frowned upon by society. On the other hand, this was not a shit of opportunity. She planned and executed and accomplished her goal, which was to get into that sink and poop. Granted, it was all over the dishes we eat off of. I feel like I should encourage that type of project management behavior, but at the same time, it's disgusting. So, would love some advice. Thanks.
As he was saying that, my mind immediately said, project manager, dude.
I was gonna let that. I was just gonna let that sit and just have an awkward silence. And just let that marinate for a little bit. Okay, so she planned and executed a Mission Impossible style, exhilarating, thrilling shit, and that's. I think it's something to be proud of. I don't think this is something to be. I think what she's doing is she's challenging you. I think you need to show her that you are the alpha, Karl. Okay, you need to go to her bathroom. You need to put ice in the back of her toilet and take a shit on it. That's an upper decker, and that's I think the best advice I could give you is shit in her toilet tank.
Sometimes you just got to show the kid who the boss is, because I feel like a lot of times the kids forget.
You could also shit in her sink. That would be, and then when she goes to brush her teeth, and she's like, "Oh, this has poop, Dad."
Yeah,
you go see this is now. Then it's a learning opportunity. Then it becomes.
But it's also his sink, so
Here's my thing. So when you've all heard the saying, either shit or get off the pot.
Yeah, we've heard that.
She just literally shit in the pot. So
no, the pot's the toilet.
No, but she just took a pot that was in the sink, and she just took it a little bit too literally.
Oh, so you think that somebody told her shit or get off the pot, and then she was like, "Well, where are the pots? They're in the sink," and I'm just confused.
I think so.
It's interesting. It's an interesting theory. It's an interesting theory. First of all, I also want to say, hey, Karl, thank you. Thanks for trusting us.
Yeah.
And hopefully we're going to give you some good advice here. I think we're working our way and processing our way through it.
It's a lot to process.
But, I think we actually have less of a problem here and maybe more of an opportunity.
I'm curious as to how long his daughter's been potty trained for.
That's a good question.
Because, if you're still, kind of in the stages of potty training in general, it's like, well, dude, you don't want them to shit in their diaper or in their pants.
It's also
so you're welcome.
She also could have gone on the floor.
Yeah.
She found a receptacle with a drain.
So I'm saying that the planning and follow through, just all around, the execution was flawless.
all drains lead out to all drains lead out. So it's like she knows not to poop in the closet.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, she just was looking for another place to poop. She's like, I know we have multiple toilets in the house. Or I assume Karl has multiple toilets in his house. I know we have multiple toilets in his house. This is just another toilet that looks different than the other toilets. Mm-hmm. This looks like a more exciting toilet, an adventure toilet. That's what a sink is. It's an adventure toilet.
I'm also curious, I wonder if Karl has any bidets in his house.
That's true.
Maybe she saw the faucet on the sink and just said, you know what, this is another toilet.
It looks exactly like it.
Interesting thought process
right.
there.
I mean,
if you have a bidet, bidet to you, sir.
I really don't think his daughter's to blame one bit for this.
I think you've got either a Dexter that is a mastermind of evil, or the next Steve Jobs. I don't think there's any in between.
Here's the other thing that I want to just make sure I emphasize, Karl. Pretty much, kids, they don't learn from your words. If you tell them to pee in the potty, they don't learn from that. If they watch you pee in the potty, they learn from that, right? They mimic your action. So I guess my question to you, Karl, would be, when was the last time you shit in the sink? And why did you shit in the sink, Karl?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
It's a fair question.
It is. That sounds to me like a learned behavior. And, if there's any party that needs to take accountability there, I think it's Karl.
I couldn't agree more. I mean, I'm wondering now, how many other areas within their house did she pass by to get the stool to the sink?
Right.
You don't think she said, you know what, I'm going to shit in the fridge.
Or the kitty litter box.
Yeah, or the kitty litter box, or the closet, like you said earlier.
Right.
She's seen that somewhere.
Somebody in your household is probably pooping in the sink, Karl.
Yeah.
And I think it could be you, and I don't know, maybe you or maybe.
And now I'm thinking Karl might have blamed it on his daughter.
Karl might be a drinker.
Wait a minute.
Karl, maybe he's a drinker.
Is this an Abbott-Tanosi, the dog pissed my pants story?
Not only is Karl a drinker, but he's also a stinker. You know what I mean? And
couldn't have said it better myself.
We appreciate you, Karl. We appreciate you. but you're a drinker and a stinker, my friend. Stop shitting in your own sink. And I think that solves it, right?
Yep.
I think we solved it.
Wrap it up.
I think that's about as good as it's going to get of an explanation.
Yeah.
You know what they say, Carl? Shit or get off the pot.
If you need your own advice, and you would like to send us an audio clip of a question that we can ponder on the podcast and give you some advice, just go ahead and send that to our email.
baddadvicepod@gmail.com.
There you go. That's that.
Appreciate you, Karl.
And of course, we told you we have 3 segments. We're not going to leave you hanging. This is the most structured episode we've ever had because Mr. James Abatanozzi is not here today. So, of course, we're going to come up with another segment. Our third and final segment of the podcast is going to be something that we have played in the past.
No, it's a brand new game.
That we have not played in the past. I don't know what it is. You got to talk about it.
Yeah, you're going to.
Investing in microphones and we're doing ding-dings. We got a ding-ding-ding. We got everybody's holding a microphone. We got things, we got this, we got that. We got camera 1, camera 2, camera 3. And we're dinging in a microphone.
I want to play a game.
What the hell was that? I have so many things about this that I'm frustrated about. We've played Game Time before. So it's not a new segment.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
A new game.
It's happened? Game Time. We're playing a game. The segment is Game Time.
Yeah, but you said we've got a game that we've played before.
I'm confused.
I think it was your wording. We're going to run it back later.
I can't hear anything, so what sound played?
Game Time. He played the Game Time thing where at the end he likes to throw in the audio of going Game Time. But then he played another sound.
I want to play a game.
And it's a very terrible audio clip. It sounds absolutely horrendous. And I believe it's the Saw guy saying, I want to play a game. But for anybody who's listening to this podcast, it just sounds like...
Is it that bad?
It's terrible.
All right.
And you threw it on top of another thing playing, so it was 2 things playing at the same time. Nobody knows what you're doing.
Oh, there we go. My headphones back.
Nobody knows what you're doing. We've played this game before, and you didn't do the signature Game Time. Game Time.
It's too late now.
You're over 3.
All right.
It's you and Karl Boom shitting in sinks right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. So I did have a game, and the game is going to be higher or lower.
Okay.
So the way that this is going to work is you guys are
We've
going...
definitely played this game before also. Yeah. Yes,
no,
we fucking
that was
have.
The Price is Wrong.
We've played higher or lower.
I don't think so.
Definitely played higher or lower.
Right. Maybe we did. I don't know. I don't remember it. So we're going to go down the order. Whoever's turn it is, I'm going to ask you the question. You give me an answer. If you are correct, you get 2 points. If you are incorrect, the other person gets to guess higher or lower number. And if they are correct, they get a point. If they're incorrect, the original guesser
What am I
gets the
guessing
point.
numbers on?
You got to get
the advice is made up and the points don't matter. Remember that.
Yeah.
The points do matter because I've got a scoreboard up.
Okay, we're playing real. It was a real game.
Yep.
It's a real game.
Robo, you are home. Trey, you are the visitor.
Is that because we didn't produce this? It's just a canned out of the box scoreboard.
Anyways, what do you want
ding,
to...
Ding, ding,
Your mouth dinging. Okay, here we go.
So, Robo, you're the home team. Would you like to go first or second?
Second.
Perfect. All right. Good choice.
Because you're the home team.
All right. Trey,
Yeah.
what is the average cost...
Where's Trey's house? Shouldn't he be
Technically, I
No,
definitely
fuck
is.
that
I
guy.
am the home team. Definitely. Yeah, okay.
What is the average cost of raising a child to 18 in the United States?
$69.
over?
Wait. All right. So sorry. Let me be serious.
That'd be really stupid.
Let me be serious. Say it again. Let me be serious.
What is the average cost of raising a child to 18 in the United
the
States?
total cost?
What if I
Total
guess the
cost.
number spot on?
You get 2 points.
for 18? Are you looking at the sheet?
No,
Cheating?
I can't.
18 years.
But you don't get to guess this. He gets it.
18 years to raise a child.
Yeah.
I will say. $350,000.
Over.
That is incorrect.
Over.
You used to say over?
That's
Yes.
incorrect.
Robo is correct.
Oh,
$1
okay.
million.
It is over, but that was a phenomenal guess.
Okay, what was it?
It was $389,000.
Oh, suck it.
dude.
So the home team
I definitely thought it would be closer to like $500,000.
gets a point.
Nah, that sounds about right. 25.
No, that was a great guess. I was expecting you to say like $500,000 or something like that, but no, that was a good guess. Yeah, you're basically.
So I have to get it exactly correct, or Robo gets a 50-50 shot at points.
Yeah, that's the whole point of the game.
Okay, Robo's
right.
Robo's question better be in the hundreds of thousands also.
All right.
It's gonna be like 50 cents. It's a bag
All
of
right.
potato chips.
Be like,
cost.
All right, Robo. So I looked up the most Googled parenting question.
Over.
Do you want to guess what that question was?
What is
How the
this
fuck do I
rash?
take over under?
No, this is not the question. I'm just asking if you guys want to guess what the question
Oh,
is.
What
okay.
is this rash?
Wait. The most asked parenting question?
Yeah.
Does this poop look normal?
Who is the dad?
Robo, how many monthly searches does what age is a toddler get? The most Googled parenting question.
Monthly searches?
Say the question one more time.
What age is a toddler? How many times per month does this get searched on Google? By the way, the first one was according to Statista, and this is by VooDoo
This is Batista.
What age is a toddler?
Yeah.
Uh,
Most Googled parenting search.
262,000 times.
You are so wrong. You couldn't be more wrong. I'm taking the over points.
You will get no points. This was, you were very wrong. The most searched parenting question in Google gets 11,000 monthly searches.
Oh,
That sounds so
sounds
weird.
way off.
This was a survey
think
by VooDoo in 2020.
I think I
Four.
Googled it 78,000 times yesterday.
And Google has AI now,
because
so
my
it
kid
can't
was screaming
be wrong.
at me.
So Robo gets a second point.
Points for Rope. Wait, was that the?
Wait,
I thought
get 2 points.
he gets a point because I got it wrong.
Yeah, the original person gets it if you're incorrect.
Got it. I've never played that. Never seen that ever in any game ever. But okay,
Yeah. Sorry.
If you strike me out but not on a
Them's the
curveball, I get a
rules.
run.
you get a run like right.
Them's the rules because somebody has to win.
You strike out looking, run for the defense.
Yeah.
All right, Trey. What is the average time it takes to fully potty train a child according to a UC Davis study?
3 years and 2 months.
No. Of actual potty training.
Like from start to when they're potty trained?
7 months.
That is incorrect. What do you got, Robo? Higher or lower?
I'm going to say higher.
You would be incorrect.
Points.
It is 6 months.
That was gonna be my second guess.
It is 6 months is the average
'Cause
time.
I was doing the
that it
thing. I was
takes.
doing this. I was doing this. I was doing this.
I was thinking 6 months, but I'm like,
Yeah.
I feel like there's no way that can be right. Like, it's got to take longer.
So they did say that little girls typically learn 2 to 3 months faster than boys.
The other thing is what defines finishing it. It's like,
Like
they're gonna
fully,
pee. They're
like-
gonna pee the
like-
bed overnight. You know.
It's also because, boys can just kind of pee anywhere.
Yeah. So
True.
Trey
That's
gets a
probably why
point.
it's harder.
2 to 1.
Points. Hey, all right. What is it? 3 to 1.
2 to 1.
2 to 1.
2 to 1 home
Neither
team.
one of us have hit the nail directly on the head yet.
No, you're not supposed to.
So then
All right.
why are there points for that?
Because if you do, you get 2 points, and it's awesome, and
You
we
get
all
2.
freak out.
Okay.
Come on, dude. Let's go.
All right, Robo, how many
Nope,
words
Trey.
does
No,
a
it's me.
toddler know on average by age 3? Know and recognize.
Know and recognize. 38.
Way over.
By
Way
age
over. I'll take the points. Thank you.
By age 3.
Yeah. Trey will get these points.
Let me give a guess. All right, let me give a guess. So you said by age 3, how
By
many?
age
they know?
3, how many words does
Oh.
a toddler know and recognize?
I'm gonna say
Oh.
312.
You would also be very incorrect. It is about 1,000.
Wow.
Yeah. That was
I don't know. I don't have a toddler age 3.
That was
feels-
a study by Shipley and McAfee, and by age 5 they recognize at least 10,000 words.
I don't even know 10,000 words currently.
You know, this also
So
includes like it and a. And
how do you recognize the word it?
Because they are sentence structure.
The character in the Addams Family's got a lot of hair on him.
At age 1, children recognize about
Days
50
of the week.
words.
Days of the week. Days of the week. Days of the week. Days of the week.
All right.
There's Sunday and there's Monday. There's
All right, we're done.
Tuesday and there's Wednesday. There's Thursday and there's Friday. And then there's Saturday. Days of the
All right. So
you had an opportunity there to play that 3 times in a row and you missed it. You missed it.
I know. I'm playing the game. All right, so it's 2-2. It's anybody's ball game. Question 5. A survey said, what percentage of U.S. high school students say that they have had marijuana at least once before they graduate high school?
Say this again. Start over.
What percentage of U.S. seniors in high school have said that they have tried marijuana at least once?
What percentage of high school seniors have said, not done, but like not factually, but like they've said they've done it?
Yeah.
Which-
This is a survey by Statista.
20%.
Way over.
That is incorrect. You're going to say,
Way over. Can I try and guess it?
sure.
86%.
No way.
Wow. The Trey was actually very close.
Oh.
But you are correct. It is over. It is 27.8%.
I should get the points. He was way off. I should get the points. I think everybody knows.
thought
All the
way
viewers
over.
know I should get the points.
Here's the very strange thing that I saw.
You said 86. I said 20, and I was off by
I
7.
said over. All I had to give was over under.
Right, because
I
it's a
said,
stupid
hey, can I go
game.
ahead and try and guess
Whoever
it anyway?
developed this game is
Can I
an
go ahead and
idiot.
try and guess it anyway?
Whoever developed these rules is an idiot.
Not my game.
Here's the interesting part about it.
I
Is
figured that'd
it
be
said
way
that-
higher too.
Well, it said that
There's a lot of nerds. A lot of nerds.
Nowadays, when was that taken?
last year.
Okay,
lot of nerds.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, no. Take that thing back in 2008, okay?
A lot of nerds.
2 years ago, actually.
Yeah.
So the interesting part of it was it said that women were like 15% higher. They were like in the 40s, low 40%. I would have thought that the men would have been the weed smokers.
Now,
not
men
the
are
women.
drinking booze.
That's very true. All right, so Robo's up 3-2. Last question, Robo. How many waffle makers does Abs have?
This game's under protest. That's a good question.
Currently, or how many has he owned since he's?
How many waffle makers does Abs have?
He's only got one now.
Over. Definitely over.
He's only got one. I have his other.
Yeah,
one.
I don't even.
No, he
have,
had 3.
Yeah, I don't even have a number over here. The answer was just higher.
Bingo.
He only has one now.
He had 3. Gave you 1.
No, he did not.
So
He
that
had
makes it
2.
3-3,
I
and
took
it's a
one.
tie.
There's one at my house.
Every pan's a waffle.
This game's
maker.
under protest.
The answer was always going to be higher because you know that he's got one stashed away in a closet somewhere.
No, he
that he's
does not.
telling
He
us
has got
about.
one of those things like makes a waffle and an egg and a bacon at the same
It's a
time.
12 and 1.
He also said that Ninja Creamy does like 47 things. Making
I did
a
not
waffle
watch.
Is probably
Didn't he
one of
send
them.
a video? I did not watch the video.
Oh, he
Did he
hated the sorbet.
He hated it.
Damn it! I missed it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he tried it and he just goes.
tried
he
it.
goes.
He's like,
Yeah,
Not good.
that's not good.
And we argued for 10 minutes on the last episode about this.
You know
"No,
what?
I'm
You
gonna
know
like
what
it.
Tiff?
I'm gonna like it.
You know what Tiff said? When
Oh,
she-
you mean water, strawberries, and salt doesn't taste good in a smoothie? Got it. That's not
You
a
know what-
sorbet.
You know what Tiff said when she watched that episode? You guys were going back and forth, and it was like 6 minutes into this back and forth. Tiff was like, "You know, this is why you lose listeners." I was like, "Yep," but this is our podcast, and I don't give
Yeah.
a shit.
Right. Normal people would cut that out.
Yeah.
But we don't edit anything.
Nope.
We don't care. When he played the stupid saw sound, play it again.
Why are you gay?
That is not what I wanted. Play the saw sound. I want to play a game. Terrible audio.
Oh, that's what you played?
Yeah.
I mean, that's why we lose viewers.
Oh no, Step Dragon.
That's why we gain viewers. What are we going to do? Who would have thought a strawberry water salt smoothie tastes like shit?
What an idiot.
Yeah, dude.
All right. So that is all we got for the day. We hope you guys enjoyed this. We actually had some pretty good banter today. It's amazing how much we can get into an hour episode.
That game's under protest.
It's amazing how much we can get into an hour when we don't have Sir Talks a Lot over there mixed with Sir Yawns a Lot over here. I had to do a little jab.
Burn, dude.
Little jab. You didn't even yawn once. I'm
Sir,
proud of you.
Sir talks out of his ass.
That's not true. I yawned like 5 times.
Sir talks out of his ass a lot.
Yeah, Sir talks out of his ass a lot. We want to thank our sponsors once again. Our friends over at Shotgun Roulette. It's real hot outside. Nothing will cool you off faster than getting blasted with a beer can with the Shotgun Roulette, and you can chug it afterwards. It's actually
That's their slogan.
It's pretty fun. You got to check it out. I love the Shotgun Roulette. It's a great addition to our repertoire. Our friends over at Bro Coaster, the coaster for bros. Get you one. Somebody send us a video and take my money. Damn
Probably
it.
should use their actual tagline when you're shouting them out.
Yeah. Ready, set, drink.
Ready, set, drink.
Thank you.
Our friends over at Bierstick. You can go over to the Bierstick website and use code DADVICE to get 20% off of your total order. And even though we had to drink this slop today, we love our friends over at VooDoo because every other episode we be slanging them empty calories down. And I'm very excited for the next episode where we can slang some more empty calories.
And let's just go ahead and slang us right out of here.
Good idea.
I had to say something.